Duh, you were told that a long time ago from The Witcher. Wait. So in this phase, when she uses her order, they only attack her?
Give me a target.
I did not know that. That was almost a little too much.
How quickly the scales tip.
Again and again and again.
These ghastly beasts can be slain. They can be overcome.
Hey, don't toss that. It's perfectly usable.
Okay, now, well, if I hit this, they only attack her? Oh, it's just randoms. Okay. Which that one's gonna immediately die, and I lose a card. This loose card thing, that's the problem. Dang. This is so the wrong deck. Man.
I smell a leak.
Damn.
Remember that unwarranted arrogance kills, slowly and insidiously.
Yeah, no, yeah, I done lost because they targeted the lowest ones. Yeah, I gotta change to that completely. So the wrong deck for that. Let's only choose and play. could work. This stick is completely useless to me. Need a way to get the cards into my hand, not into play. That's needed. Very much so. Oh. Still need a big one. Do I want that? Damage all. So many of these. This would only be useful if there's no leeches, but there's gonna be a ton of leeches. Cooldown. Yeah. Ooh. That could work. Oh, that could work. Hoping that'll work. Two out. Let's see if this works.
Valyrian suddenly.
Weapons at...
Rally to me!
Okay, I don't think I can use that while she's immune.
Again and again and again.
Majesty! These parasites! They feed on her blood!
Now she's vulnerable. I guess.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
So much anger and suffering. For what?
I'm not taking any damage, so it's useless.
Not supposed to be any smoke.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
That works.
How quickly the scales tip.
I didn't want those. Crap, and it's 2 ballistas too. Although,
Give me a target.
yeah, I can keep charging her up for a wombo hit.
These ghastly beasts can be slain. They can be overcome.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
think this might work. Ooh, that's all nice.
Hey, don't toss that. It's perfectly usable.
I'll take that hit. You're down to 5. Still kills you. Whew, hell yeah.
I believe it's dead.
Thank you, Witch Lady. Whew.
Of the battle in
Man, that was a tough one.
Reeve remembered very little. It seemed a nightmare, its details a haze, the sensations very real. Midst a thick fog, she fought in a frenzy, desperately hacking at the scourge that advanced from all sides. In the end, silence fell over the swamp. Its boiling waters lay calmed. The ticks and leeches were gone, while Guernicora lay among rotting leaves, covered in blood, unmoving. But still a fearsome sight.
Burn the corpse,
Rasped the queen.
and we move on.
The soldier's eyes darted about in a series of silent glances. It took Meave a moment to realize the difficulty. They still feared it. Though the monster's lifeless body lay on the ground, they dared not go near. Were she to repeat the order, they would carry it out. Yet she did not wish to force that on them. Swallowing her own revulsion, she walked up to Guernicora's corpse and set it alight. The air soon filled with the suffocating stench of burning hair and flesh. Sparks belched out as melting fat fell on flame. Until finally, nothing was left of the bloody mistress but scorched bone. The Lyrians resumed their march towards the banks of the Yaruga. They forced their weary legs to maintain a swift pace, and stole no second glance at what they'd left behind.
What the? Oh, isn't that a leech on an eyeball? Oh. Ugh. What? That sounds cool. Dang. I do like that one, that gives me extra turns. Yeah. My archer bros. Chemist would have been good too. I'm good. Okay, let's start going left.
One day, the quartermaster approached with news to report. Alas, bad news.
Your Grace, our food stocks have near run out. And about villages, folk have naught to spare, not even to trade.
The Queen dispatched small groups of scouts. They were to scour the countryside for hunting camps, beekeepers, charcoal burners, any souls willing to trade food for coin or goods. The first scouts came back around dusk. The last 3 detachments returned not at all. At first, Meave suspected they'd fallen prey to monsters, the beastly or Nilfgaardian kind. Later, she learned the men had left naught of their belongings behind. She'd been soft-hearted toward deserters. This lot decided they, too, would give it a try. That night, Meave lay still but sleepless. Beneath thin covers, she was cold, hungry, irate.
And it came back and bit me in the butt.
Towering alders grow thick in Isgith, their crowns weaving an expansive canopy that obscures the sky. Any sunbeams to slip through this twisted thicket scatter in the milky mist below. Thus the marsh abides in a state of perpetual twilight, wherein a sense of time and direction are easily lost. As the force moved along, a glow appeared in the trees. The Lyrians squinted, their mouths agape in wonder. An orb hung over the water, pulsating, humming. It circled the soldiers, darted off a distance, then hovered as if waiting.
A will-o'-the-wisp, that is,
whispered one of the footmen.
Believe it's keen to show us something.
Meave knew the wisp could prove treacherous, lead them into a trap. Nonetheless, she followed, though not entirely certain why. Her soldiers seemed eager, she sensed they approved. Yet she was also simply curious.
We follow it. Carefully. Weapons at the ready.
Leave me right there, isn't it?
As the wisp led the Lyrians down a narrow, winding path, Meave surveyed her surroundings warily. Beads of sweat emerged upon her brow, but her fears in the end proved unfounded. For at the path's end, the troops found what appeared to be a caravan's remains. Its wagons, rot-eaten, half-buried in the bog, had sat there for decades, perhaps longer. Despite this, gilded panels and scraps of silver-threaded fabric showed they'd once been rather ornate. Inside the wagons, the soldiers discovered many steel crates. Rust-covered but intact, they contained truly dazzling treasures. Sacks bulging with gold coin, pearl-encrusted goblets, exotic velvets, and silks in beads.
Blimey. The sheer amount. And here of all places.
A footman muttered under his breath.
Good ending.
Meve quickly pieced it all together. She too had once ridden in such a caravan, splendid and laden with gold, when she'd left her home to marry. The rest of the story was not difficult to divine. This was a maiden's dowry. She and her retinue lost their way. Isgith proved their grave, unbeknownst to any other. The wisp circled Meve's party, blinked several times, then faded into thin air. The troops resumed their march, and all seemed in order. Seemed, for soon several footmen were discovered to be gone. Greed had been their ruin. They'd grabbed too much. The loot had weighed them down, and the marsh had embraced them.
Oh, damn. That's pretty nasty. What the heck are you? Ugh. Two. Or fight you now, I guess. So then trigger a save point. Save point? Come on. Okay, it's gonna fight in low morale. Standard. There we go. You suck. Oh crap, I still have this unequipped. I work against your own too.